Hello, me, everybody. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and yeah, I'm in the old studio because this is the best prepared of the two. The other one has become kind of a storage bin, and over the years, and it's also emotionally not very comforting. What I mean by that is, I got Floopy Kitty. I got all my stuffed animals behind me. I got my real cat. He's sitting on the chair that was holding the studio light for the studio. So he's the fame is running around somewhere. So and after I did my video this morning, my back started to hurt like a back strain. I think because of, I think it might be psychosomatic, because of all the stuff that's going on right now with YouTube. Now, when I started out on YouTube 6 years ago, YouTube was just starting to go commercial. There was a few big channels 6 years ago, but they were far and in between. Most everybody else was doing it for entertainment and maybe making some pocket change. However, it didn't stay that way for long because everybody started getting ideas, especially when they start seeing viral videos, that maybe I could start making a living on YouTube videos. Yeah, I know it's a BNC cable. So there was this idea that we could make money with YouTube. And so at the beginning, they started with AdSense and monetization, and the next thing you know, it's some channels start going really big. I mean, really big. InfoWars was one of the really big ones. Not the only one, but he certainly was one of the big ones. But that didn't make YouTube happy because people like InfoWars are promoting an agenda that is what they call right media. Alternative right media. I don't know what I mean by alternative right media, but the few the alternative left media channels on YouTube slowly faded away. As far as viewership and interest. This election was, of course, when you saw more of those channels just fizzle out as people began to ask questions is, why is mainstream media saying one thing and these channels, which have documents, are saying something else? Well, YouTube, of course, is in the business to make money. I mentioned this once before. YouTube is an expensive proposition. Over 400 hours of video is uploaded every minute, and most of that is in high def, at least 720p and 1080p, with some videos in 4K. And so YouTube is trying to make a living. And what happened is that some of the videos on YouTube that were being run against certain channels with AdSense were like, oh, wait a minute. You know what? I don't like that this person is talking about, say, anti-abortion. I don't like that this person is talking about Christian values. I don't like that this person is talking about Donald Trump. I don't like that this person is anti-Clinton, anti-Democrat. We don't appreciate having our product associated with that person. And so the beginning of the crackdown on what was considered by the alternative, the right to be fake news, which turns out to be incorrect. Majority of the news on the right was correct news. I'd say most, not all. There was a few fake news articles on the right's agenda as well, but most of it apparently appeared to be the mainstream media on the left side was causing the problems for everybody. Now, the sad truth is now the big media channels and TV shows and stuff wants to be on YouTube too. So YouTube wants to rebrand or become rebranded as a one-stop video destination for everything from watching Orange is the New Black to watching TV shows like Once Upon a Time and other shows like that, including Deadliest Catch for the Discovery Channel. And the sad truth is these old dinosaur networks don't want to play fair with those that have these young whippersnappers who basically have now turned a very tidy sum of chump change on their own without the help of the mainstream media. The mainstream media is also trying to make trying to recover its glory days of when it was the sole source of news. We learned in this last election of 2016 that the mainstream media did a terrible job. Instead of being unbiased and fair and reporting the news as it was, instead of trying to glorify and glamorize and demoralize some stories. I know glamorize and demoralize are actually opposites, but they did all that. Some stories they make it look like a big deal, like for example Kim Kardashian losing her BlackBerry Curve phone to Kim Kardashian's alleged robbery in Paris, which, while that certainly was bad, they made that a headline or news story. Even though realistically it really wasn't such a big headliner story. But we know that actors and actresses are most popular for places like Entertainment Tonight to cover, and Access Hollywood, and other shows like that and to cover. But when it came to the election, the mainstream media had done everything it could to prop up a candidate that was a terrible choice. Not only was she physically not well, well, she certainly wasn't, but she certainly did not have much going in her way as far as she did not have a clean record, and she was absolutely positively as crooked as a nail pulled out with a claw hammer. Okay, not bad. And then take the same nail and bang it back into another piece of wood and pull it out with a claw hammer again. In other words, double bent, triple bent, totally bent to hell. Okay? Not saying that Bernie Sanders would have been a good candidate. I explained this to Dory, but unfortunately, Democrats did not want Bernie Sanders to even have a chance. This is the reason why people began to get angry. Okay? Because Bernie Sanders, even though he was a Democrat, was actually a pretty smart guy. Okay, so he was older. He was actually about the age of Donald Trump. I think he's a little bit older than Donald Trump. But the point is he, unfortunately, he did have one advantage. One, he was a career politician. He did, however, know what he was talking about. Okay? Why did Donald Trump become successful? Because he was neither a career politician nor a Washington insider. Okay? So obviously the mainstream media didn't want that. So YouTube said to them, hey, you know what? We're going to create this new thing called YouTube TV. We'd like to have you on board. And of course now it means that you can show all your old TV shows and stuff, and people will pay for it. One guy thought it was $35 a year. No, it's $35 a month. $35 a year, maybe, but YouTube Red doesn't even really do that well. But then again, I don't really see any real reason to get excited about YouTube Red because I support advertising. I don't mind advertisers. As long as, one, the video content that they're trying to hawk is not going to cost me a lot of time to watch it. Two, it's something I might be interested in. Okay? So, obviously, that's the way I feel about it. That's the way a lot of people on YouTube feel about it. I'm not talking about those that are using ad blockers. I don't use an ad blocker. Okay? So the point here is all these people that are watching YouTube were, for the most part, pretty much content with the way YouTube was. Didn't really appreciate the digital millennium copyright system, content ID, and all that, but, well, we could work around it, so we did, right? We did it within the means of the law, which YouTube provided us capability to do, so we didn't make a big deal about it. I certainly did my best to choose copyright-free music or music that was licensed for YouTube distribution. Okay. So, obviously, you can guess it's getting kind of toasty in here. Yeah, I got Quiznos up, and it's getting very Quiznos-like. So, let me just wrap this up right now. Here we go. I'm not happy with the fact is that they're trying to basically demonetize videos that YouTube thinks may be considered unacceptable. I feel that some of these videos, people who have worked on them for years and years should, of course, be, given some slack, considering they've established themselves on YouTube. I also do feel, and I wish that there was alternatives for them to promote their products on another channel somewhere. But I don't know of any other content provider that gets as much coverage as YouTube does. YouTube gets it all. It started out with the iPhone 2G as an app. YouTube app was provided with the iPhone. And that was the most common way people watch videos, right? And the other media sites like Vimeo and I'm sure others, I can't think of it right now. That's just it. I can't think of it. YouTube is the one I think of most of the time. I try to figure out how to upload to Vimeo, and I never could figure out how to do it yet. Oh yeah, Facebook. I won't upload to Facebook because of Facebook's policies are worse than YouTube's. Okay, I will send a link to Facebook, but I don't upload videos there because then it's like a roach motel. Your videos can check in, but they can't check out. So if you decide you want to later take your videos to another site, there is no way to get the raw stock back without the Adobe Flash crap. And finding some way to extract them by downloading the video. So, that ain't gonna happen. Alright, so, I mentioned it this morning that maybe what we need to do is consider a non-internet way of sharing information. I can tell you right now, the non-internet way of sharing information can get kind of complicated, but it was done by my generation back in the 80s. One of the ways was using phone lines called a dial-up bulletin board system. Videos? No. I don't think uploading a video at 33.6 is going to happen. Audio files might be possible. Of course, pictures are doable, but videos, no. The whole idea is that we could create a way that you can actually share some information without having to use the internet, because the internet is controlled now by one major company. Google controls pretty much everything, and if you think about it, if Google doesn't like you, they can make your life very unpleasant. Google makes Android, Google makes Chromebooks, Google writes most of the apps that we use, such as Google Hangouts on Air, Google Hangouts, a lot of stuff. Google Drive. You realize that you're putting yourself and your applications and your files at risk because everything is being regulated by one major multinational corporation that does not necessarily consider your issues. And for us who do YouTube videos, the sad day will come when our channel will end up being, because of either something will happen, YouTube closes, all of a sudden all of our files are forever lost. And I'll be honest, it would be really devastating to lose everything I've ever created. I did save some DLT tape cartridges, but to be honest, some of the videos are as big as a DLT tape cartridge because they are uploaded in these files in almost a raw DV formats, 20, 30, 40 gigabytes a piece, so that's not going to give you a lot of room. If I had a couple terabyte hard drive, maybe I can do a Google extract, whatever they call that thing, export them to my hard drive. That doesn't help with any videos that contain content ID issues. You can't download them because of policies. And that's another issue, but I will deal with that at another time. So anyway, the point is that that's why I've been upset today. That's one of the reasons I've been concerned. And that's the other reason I wanted to come here and to see Floopy Kitty and friends, because I really just need to squeeze somebody. Nicely squeeze and not kill them. But for now, that's it. Oh yes, I washed my hair. Oh, my leg's doing okay. It's a little tender, but then again, I've been under a little bit of stress today, so yeah. I think it's time to turn the heat down. It should be. Yeah, the flame. How do you feel with this YouTube thing? At this point, I don't really have anything to say about it. I don't really know much about it. I just know what you told me about it. And that's it. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. I don't know if it's good, bad, ugly, or whatever. Alright, so let's get ready to wrap this up. But I will talk to you tomorrow at the Soup Kitchen again. Oh, yes. Just so those of you who are wondering if there's going to be a vlog on Thursday and Friday, the answer is no. No way. No, absolutely not. Because of the reasons Michelle explained last week. The iPhone is acting a little bit wacky. We don't know why. We don't know what's going on. And also, we don't want any more of those people talking about disgusting nasal discharges on our channel. Because when Michelle just explained why, with the way YouTube's policies are going, if they pick up on that, they're going to basically make Michelle's channel a living hell. And Michelle doesn't need that. And neither do I. It doesn't mean you can't leave comments. We can always comment. We can always talk to us by comment. We will always respond to your comments if we can. If we can't respond right away, doesn't mean we may not. It just means that depending on what you said or what you were asking, is we may need to research it and come back to you with an idea when we get some understanding of what's going on. Right. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.